Good evening everyone, Adrian Hughes here with HughesyTech, and tonight we're taking a look at the Shadow-2S dashcam. Now this is the latest dashcam from Seezeus Limited, and it is the follow-up to their Shadow-1S dashcam. So as you can see here we have a nice box, a nice cardboard box, black one, and it does have some silver lettering and reflective touches there, as you can see. Now this is a review unit that has been kindly provided to me by the lovely folk over at Shadow-Tec there, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what this dashcam brings to the table. Now let's see what else is going to be in the dashcam boxing right here. So as you can tell, nice finish, nice. It is blacker than what is shown in the camera there, and as you can see on the box, it is on the back there, it does have the address of Seezeus pointed out, along with USB and other regulatory labels there for FCC, RRHS and whatnot for territories around the world. Now if we take the cardboard sleeve off, we are greeted with the box there. If we just flip it around the right way, and as you can see we have the Shadow logo there. The Shadow-2S dashcam recorder is going to be shown very, very soon. And if we just am able to pry open the box here, must also make note that I have opened this box before, and due to the excellent packing by the people over at Shadow-Tec, I'm not able to replicate that at a high level standard, so we'll be showing some of the components on this side at some point. First, as you can see, we have here the rear dash cam there, the rear sensor. This is a Omnivision OV9732 sensor there, and as you can see it has a bracket, so you can attach screws there and mount it to the rear of your car, whether that be on the license plate itself, behind the license plate, sorry, or on the rear windshield, or if you like, or a bit of a tool master, you can run it through the rear bumper of your car there. So as you can see, very nice there, and we'll just put that out of the way for a second. Now what we have next is a, as you can see there, sorry, I just mentioned quickly, the screws there and adhesive to help mount that rear dash cam sensor. Well, here is the car charger. So it is a dual USB charger there. We do have 2 ports, which is nice to see, a 1 amp for the phone and a 2.1 amp for the dash cam itself. It's pretty standard fare there. It is a bit shorter than the usual cigarette 12 volt lighters sockets there, so it is a nice finish and nicely built there. Now if we turn our attention to the mount, so this is the mount there, and it is a standard mount there, but it does have the addition of the excellent 3M tape, so that is very nice to see there that they have included the 3M tape, as you don't always see that on dash cams or action cameras for that matter. Now the importance of 3M tape can't be understated. It does hold longer and stronger than the usual adhesive that's put on by, well, just generic, cheap generic stuff. Now we have here the sorry, not micro, I've done it again, as is usual for me. I do like confusing the two. This is the mini USB-A to USB-A cable there. Now this does plug into the OBD port of the main unit, which is the front facing camera sensor, so we'll get to that a bit later on there. Now we also have a other component here, which would be, just give us a second here. I must apologize, I'm doing my best here to record the voiceover for this particular video because the audio has failed in my main recording camera unit, the Lumia 1020. It has been garbled and gone to frizzy hell, and I'm going to have to record this narration in Adobe Premiere Pro. So please forgive me here as we just wait around to see what I've actually decided to fuffle around with. And here we go. We've got a bit more going on. This is the manual for the Dashcam there for the Shadow-2S by Shadow-Tec, and it is described in English, which we will see a bit later on. So yes, very nice packaging so far, and we are getting through the contents in a little while. So once again, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'd like to thank you for watching. And if you do take a keen interest in dash cams like I do, and it's very nice to have you with us here on the channel, and I'd like to thank you for your support and viewing patronage. Now, as you can see, we are still pointing out the dash cam here, and believe I've just gone into the features there, if I recall correctly. So the front sensor is an IMX323 Sony sensor there. We do have a 770, I believe, degree wide field of view for the front, and 140 degrees for the back. Now it is nice to see 140 degrees because due to the curved nature of the windscreen at the back, having too wide a sensor can actually cause a fisheye effect, which is a bit detrimental. Now, as you can see here, I'm pointing out the dash cam and the way it is particularly packaged. Now, this is the first time I've seen something like this. It is very nice to see Shadow-Tec put their own branding and logo on there. It does look very sleek and very nice, and it's a change to what we see with other dash cam manufacturers. As you can see, a lot of thought and detail has been put into the packing and the contents of this particular dash cam, the Shadow-2S. Now, here we are taking a look at the main unit. So if we have the OBD ports, so that's a mini USB and a micro USB there for the input from the back dash cam wiring, which you'll see a bit later on in the video. To have the space for the mount there, microphones, slots. At the side a bit earlier we had the power button and the speaker, and then if we just switch it around, we'll see all that in a minute. So it is a very nice build here. It is a grey, it's a bit silvery grey, I'd say, in colour, and it does look a lot nicer in person than what the camera here shows up. And it is a bit lighter than what the actual camera shows up as well, because the flash is on the dash cam. Now here is the mount here. I haven't quite slid it in here. We'll figure it out a bit later, but it's not too hard. So we do have the little wheel knob there to tighten the mount there when it's on. As you can see here on the side, we have the micro SD card slot. Now this does take up to 128 gigabytes in storage, and we do have ventilation holes there, and I'm not quite sure what glass element this is here on the lens. We'll endeavor to find that out for you later. Power button, speaker, ventilation hole again. As you saw on the underside just then, we do have the reset button, and here we go. We do have status LEDs for Wi-Fi and the camera itself to show that it's operating. So yes, very nice there. This is one of the nicest I've come across here when it comes to dash cams. Very nice build, very, very solid, and yes, quite looking forward to placing this in my car and seeing how it runs. And we'll just wait a little bit longer and we'll see what else is inside the box here. Now there is nice foam padding in the box, as you can see in the background there. It's always it's something that a lot of dashcam manufacturers do to keep the dashcam padded, and it is very nice to see because That doesn't always happen with dash cams, and it protects it in the freight and also in storage. Must have a quick shout out again to Shadow-Tech for providing this review sample to us here on HughesyTech, and for being so gracious to let us review this particular dash cam. So huge thank you to them once again. Do have a nice ring around the finish. As you can see, the lens isn't actually protruding there, I must comment. It actually is a little, but not that much. So that is nice to see, that the lens is actually protected there, because we don't always see that in dash cams. I've actually seen a few dash cams where the lens is protruding and is concave, convex, where the lens actually folds out instead of inward. Very much bulbous in front of everything else of the actual dash cam, which does leave us susceptible, to damage, scratching, and just dust accumulation. That's could be detrimental to the image quality and also any recorded videos. If you haven't already, please do check out my reviews on this HughesyTech YouTube channel for other dash cams that you might be interested in. I also do reviews over on the Dashcam Talk forums, which will be the home for the final review of this particular dash cam, as is always the case. So if you wish to check that out, my full written review with links to the review, the unboxing here, and other videos to do with the actual dashcam itself, all in one place. So dashcam footage samples, obviously any other videos I do in here, which probably come up with the Wi-Fi app and all of that, and the HUD display, which we'll get onto a bit later on. Yep, you'll just check that out at dashcam.com, dashcamtalk.com/forum. So here we are taking a look at what else is in the packaging of the device itself. We do have the OBD2 port. So this is a combo bit here. This is OBD2 port. As you can see here, I've just pointed out that there's the anti-fake label. So it is nice to see them putting that there, because not always done by particular manufacturers. And some manufacturers like ripping off the good hard work of the original manufacturers out there that are putting out good products. So it's good to see that you can validate your dashcam purchase there with the anti-fake label, and it's nice to see that being provided there. So this is, like I said, a combo GPS unit plugged into the OBD2 port. The OBD2 power supply, as you could see a bit earlier there. And yes, it's just a normal OBD2 port connection, along with the mini USB, which plugs into the main unit of the dash cam of the Shadow-2S. So that does provide information such as vehicle speed, fuel consumption, revs per minute of the engine, among other things. So this particular dash cam, I must point out quickly that it does have quite a lot of features. It is the most fully featured dash cam that I have come across here on the channel yet. It does have GPS on board, as I just pointed out, and it does connect to the smartphone app through Wi-Fi. So this particular dash cam has Wi-Fi as well. Has all the usual safety things on board. So we do have G sensor for the automatic recording of collision footage when your car is bumped. We also have the ADAS, so that's advanced detection. So it's just a collision alert if you're basically too close or the car in front of you brakes suddenly or whatnot. Now what I'm showing on the camera there is the wiring to go from the front sensor there, the main unit of the Shadow-2S, so that's the IMX323 with the GC1024, sorry, the chipset I believe. And so as you can see, it has the micro USB connection, and as I've just pointed out with my finger there, it does have the connection there to plug into the wiring for the rear camera sensor, which is the Omnivision OV9732. You can see I've just placed it in right there. Now you can wire that from the back of your car to the front of your car, so that's a nice long cable there to enable that to be done. So we do also have the head-up display on this particular dash cam. You can use the app on your smartphone, and that will provide all the information that I just pointed out earlier from the OBD2 port, and the you can also have social media functions, so you can just upload the footage directly to Facebook or Twitter. Quickly, as you can see, I'm showing in the box here, this is a screen guard for the front and the rear sensors, so you can enable the installation of that pretty easily. Something we saw on the Xiaomi Mi Jia dash cam. Does the film makes peeling on and off and fixing the particular dash cams quite a lot easier. Now the dash cam manual is provided in English here. It does have a diagram which nicely points out what all the different components are and what they do. Now this is the button here which does provide a remote control function. I'm not quite sure if this is for the emergency collision footage, like you usually have buttons on most dash cams when the G sensor is triggered, or you wish to do it manually. Now either that, or it does provide one-touch capture to view the footage on your phone or tablet via Wi-Fi. Now it does include a nice coin battery there, Panasonic, which is good to see them use a reputable brand there. And we do have the adhesive mounts there for that particular little mini button right there. Now the rest of the manual just goes through basically what goes where inside the dash cam, and how to set it up inside your car. Just a quick spiel there, and we do have the QR code to scan to download the smartphone app to your device. So it is nicely laid out, very succinct, and very detailed manual as to what the functions of the dash cam are. So we also have, I'm not sure what else we have here. I think that's all the components there of the Shadow-2S dashcam, which is made by Seezeus and is run through their Shadow-Tec brand there. I'm very excited to see what this dashcam does actually. It is my first dealing, as I said, with a Shadow-Tec cam. I've read good things about them before. Also, while I remember, this does not have a capacitor, but it does handle temperatures, and it's rated to negative 20 degrees to 70 plus Celsius degrees for operation, which is nice to see that it's durable. You don't always see that in dash cams. A lot of dash cams only conk out about the 60 degree mark there, 60 degrees Celsius. A lot go up, not a lot, but a few do. Like this one goes up to 70 and higher, 75, 80. So it is nice to see there. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. This dash cam, the Shadow-2S, does tick a lot of boxes. So we do have the GPS, HUD display, OBD2 port for stats in the sensor import, Wi-Fi as well, smartphone, tablet app, and yeah, just anything you could ask for. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next video.